Prime Day when the episode comes out? I feel like,
No,
yeah, it'll be the last day of Prime Day, actually.
that's correct. So we're definitely recording, by the way.
Oh, have you seen any good deals?
Too many good deals.
Oh,
Absolutely. There's the cart has far too many things. I gotta scroll like your games folder in your iPad mini.
I did see like the AirPods, like the fourth generation, on uh are on sale with Prime. Anyway, we're recording. Welcome, everyone, to the One More Thing Tech podcast. I didn't know that we were recording initially. That's why you didn't get an intro right there. But I'm actually gonna keep that in anyway. When we're editing this video. I'm your host, Quasi,
I'm Adam.
and welcome to a very special episode of the One More Thing Tech podcast. Now, Adam, the reason I say it's special is actually two reasons. First off, let's see it, your camera angle. We're getting the full top-down view of Adam's head today. This is
Yeah,
absolutely awesome. And
there's
then
no
second,
sense.
it's a special episode because you, the viewer, are here. And we appreciate every single one of you. Like I try to make an effort to shout it out as much as possible. Because without you guys, we're like nothing. So thanks
It's
a lot to
true.
you guys.
Absolutely. Well, we had a very busy week last week. We had to record two episodes in 1 week, so we could not miss a week. We didn't want to be like some other podcasts out there. But Quasi, do you want to give any stories or anything like that that happened during your week that we had off?
Um, I left here a day earlier than I was supposed to. I was supposed to leave here Sunday, but I left on Saturday because, guys, let me tell you something. Brush your teeth, man. Not that I don't brush my teeth, but like if I would have taken more care of my teeth as a child, I would have never had a cavity, and then I would have never had a filling that I could pull out when I'm actually that I can accidentally pull out when I'm flossing. And then if you do pull out your filling while you're flossing, make sure you go get it refilled immediately because that was my mistake, guys. I didn't get it refilled immediately, and it got like infected, and then I had to get a root canal because of how
Mm.
bad it was hurting me. So I know this has
Well,
nothing to do with technology, but guys,
people love root canals too, I'm sure.
oh, let me tell you something, Adam. Let me
Oh,
tell you something.
oh,
Um, Now I don't know if my oral surgeon just had like a sense of humor, right? But he comes in, he numbs me, right? The big old needle. Now I do give him props because he did put the local anesthetic on it beforehand, right? Great guy. I personally don't like needles, so it kind of calmed me down a
hate
little
them.
bit,
Hate
right?
them.
I could still kind of feel it going into my teeth, but like into my gums, but it wasn't horrible. However, he came back in like 15 minutes after I was supposed to be all numbed up, right? And I, like, he was like, pressure is normal. It should feel a little bit cold, but you should not feel any pain at all, right? And then he puts the drill on my tooth, and immediately I'm in the worst pain of my life.
Oh my God.
Like, it was horrible. And he was like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm good to do this today."
What?
What did you say? you, you're not gonna operate on me if you're not. Anyway, a little bit of a heart attack right there, but he just put more anesthesia in my mouth. But dude, he like put it all the way in the back of my gums where there was no anesthesia before, and like to get it through my bloodstream.
Did it
When
help?
I tell you, I felt every ounce going through my like when he was pushing it, I could feel every individual ounce. It was
Oh,
horrible. But
that's
thankfully
very
my
cool.
procedure was a success and
That's good.
I can't complain too much.
What I'll say about the dentist is this. I think that every trip to the dentist is typically this. You're going to the hygienist featuring the dentist because they're like there like for 45 seconds and the hygienist does most of the work. I don't know. It's just my experience
Mm,
with a cleaning or a checkup or whatever. It's like a doctor. You see more of the nurses than you do the doctor, and it usually just results in a very fast visit for the doctor once you go to see them. There's always the weight room, right? Which I hate
right.
that. And there's also the secondary weight room, which it gives you hope that you're going to see a doctor even sooner. No, you're gonna wait some more. I hate that. Isn't the point of an appointment to be there and walk in at that time? I
I just
guess
don't
not.
understand. Doctors are busy people, man.
I just guess I
Like,
don't know. Anyway, um, I had a long trip as well. I'll tell you one story. I mean, we had a lot of driving. It was probably a total of like 15 hours of driving, not straight, of course, but it's a lot of driving. One thing I realized is this: when you're in the front row of a show slash concert, so I went to this thing called the Comedy Barn in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Fantastic place. I recommend it highly. I'm in the front row and the drummer's playing and he's like smirking and laughing kind of. So my immediate thought was he doesn't like country music like I do. He doesn't like it. Right? It's my first thought. So I'm kind of laughing, joking with my wife. And I'm giving him a thumbs up because he's playing really good. So I give him a thumbs up several times, right? So I'm leaving the show and a stage crew guy just taps me on the shoulder is like, hey, the drummer wants to talk to you. I said, are you serious? Like, what's going on with this? So he comes down off the stage, jumps down. We start talking. He's like, "Hey, man, I saw you guys were you're calling me out and all this other stuff." And he was like mad, but he was just like he was intrigued that someone could catch it, kind of thing, right? I'm like,
right,
but I wasn't doing that at all. I was actually just telling you you're doing a really good job, and all that stuff too. And when I thought you were smiling and laughing, I thought you're like, oh, another country song. Like I don't like country, but I gotta play it anyway. And that's what I thought the whole thing was all about. But it wasn't that. And he was talking about he was getting frustrated at the bassist because he's an amateur at best, and they have to always constantly during live performances like get on about doing things right. So he's like dissing this bassist guy that I didn't catch any issues, but then again he wasn't playing that hard or very long, so it was just kind of interesting. But this show they have afterwards the people who do the skits, which were really good. They come out, they sign things, so you get to talk to them. They're great people. But the band doesn't do that. So the fact that I talked to the drummer alone was like never. This never happens in the show. So he actually said we don't ever come out, but I had to talk to you because I thought you're a musician. I said I'm a drummer, and had a good conversation. And I got a photo, and I sent that photo to you. I think I did. If I did not,
you
we'll
did not
post
send me a
this.
photo.
Okay, I will send that to you, and if we can, we're gonna post that in this episode. Okay, it's nothing crazy. They're not a band that's well known. They're just part of the show band. Okay, but it was just for me interesting that I got to talk to them when people don't usually get to, and it was just fun for me to that just made my night. It was awesome. I called like
Mm,
10 people when it
okay.
happened. It was just awesome. So anyway, um, let's start off with some things that I kind of forgot about. Quasi, did you know that TikTok is still like in a band phase? Because I didn't.
Yeah, until you sent me the show notes, I was completely unaware because from my understanding, what had happened was President Donald Trump came into office and he was like, I'm saving TikTok. And then TikTok was banned for about 10 hours. Like, I kid you not, I did not realize that TikTok was banned. Well, I knew because everybody was yapping about it, but like,
I this really gets me a little bit upset. And we didn't really talk about this too much because we didn't have the show at that time. But I use TikTok a lot. We use it for the show, and I use it for entertainment. And there's a lot of things I find on there that are very funny, and there's things that are stupid. Right? We all know that. But one thing that it's all comes down to is data. When you have social networks that are Facebook, Meta, and Instagram, and other ones out there too, most of those companies give the data to the government that they request without any type of questioning. They just do it, and there's a lot of data sharing, and there's a lot of information about you that you probably don't want online, but it's there anyway. And TikTok doesn't do that. They're a Chinese company, but they have their servers in Oracle in the United States, in this app at least, and it's owned by ByteDance. And one thing I'll say is I think truly it's because their growth was rapid. They don't have that
I don't know about
transparency.
rapid.
Oh, when it first like
TikTok
hit,
was
when it first
musical
hit though,
before.
it was what?
It was musically,
See, I didn't know that.
musical.ly.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And I had that app. So like when I switched over, like when everybody was giving a huge deal about TikTok, I downloaded it and I was like, oh cool, I already have an account. That's awesome. Why do I already have an
Well, that's
account?
nice. I didn't know that.
I
It's good
did
information to know.
some research, yeah.
But I do not agree that they should be banned. because there is a vast amount of alternatives like YouTube Shorts and everything else that do the exact same thing. I mean, there's Instagram Reels, that's Facebook Reels. I think it's also Instagram, right? It's one of the two. But there's so many things doing the same thing. The difference is how data is used and who's getting it. And they're assuming that China is just taking that data and do what they want with it, right? Spy on Americans and so on and so on. And let me tell you this, if China wants to spy on Americans, they're going to do it in more ways than TikTok. If that's even happening, it's a
Yeah,
conspiracy. I
there
don't
are
even
easier
know.
ways to do it
They're
as
well,
well.
they have. I'm not even getting to that right now. There's too much discussion with that. But in any case, I don't think that this app alone is where they're harvesting data from. Are they getting information from it? Potentially. I don't know precisely. But more so, I'm not 100% sure why this is targeted so much to get banned and why it has been banned before and why they're still going through this forced sale thing. Do you have any thoughts about that really quick, Wasey? Because to me, it's
Um,
utterly ridiculous.
yeah, I see where Congress is a little bit worried. You know, if it's a matter of national security, I can see exactly why, you know. But what here's the thing that kind of ticked me off. If you go watch the trial that TikTok had the entire time, and I can't remember the TikTok CEO's name, but they were asking him questions. He was like, "Are you part of the Chinese Communist government and party and stuff?" And he was like, "Senator, I'm Singaporean." Right, the
Yeah.
entire time. And sure, he might not be like I don't know. I feel like they were being really paranoid and just trying to make it into something it really wasn't.
They're
Now,
making something up, I think. Yeah.
now, granted,
So Z Chu, I'm butchering his name badly. He's the CEO. I think he answered those questions very well, though.
no, definitely a PR trained response. I loved it. Senator, I'm Singaporean. 98 times he said it. But granted, if there is a national security issue, I think that needs to be addressed. But also, the average American cannot be giving you that much information. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, but there
I don't
is.
have nuclear codes.
Well,
Like, I'm not gonna be able to help you with that.
I don't think it's more of like in depth information as far as that. It's more so of like, as you know, with Facebook and Instagram and such, there is constant people that are like addicted to posting stuff. Here's my meal tonight. Here's where I went to today, and it's more of like routine of certain things. So then brands could say, "Oh, you like burgers, right? So now we're gonna advertise burgers to you, or a certain brand of clothes, or whatever, right?" It's mostly for just ad companies to get more information about you to know how to target you in their ads. So I think that's the biggest thing of it. And more so it's, if you guys don't know this, unless you don't use any social media and don't talk to anybody or do anything like that, your
Oh, that's me.
information's out there. I mean, it just is. You can try your hardest to not have that to be the case, but it just is. Even if you did it yourself or not. Just a little fun fact if you did not know this, I found this out the hard way. Walmart to this day has a clause in their terms and conditions that if you enter a Walmart, you agree they can record you with the recording devices in the store. I found this out the hard way because I was talking to my friend about watches. This is before I had a smartphone. I was young. This is how this was back then. And that same night, I had constant ads on Facebook. I had on Google searches everywhere for watches. I didn't talk on a phone. I was just in the store speaking out loud, and their mics picked it up. So that's happening. I'm not sure where else, but if it's happening at Walmart, I'm guessing other locations too. There's also cameras and everything else, right? So just know that there's other ways to get your information, get what you like, and get your overall profile for an ad, if that makes sense. So back to this whole topic, though, that was kind of really off topic, kind of. What TikTok is doing right now is they are preparing the app to be changed for a potential sale in the United States. Now, I'm not sure what that really means 100%. Does that kind of scare you thinking that there's something in the app they don't want people to know about? Or is it
Yeah,
more
I'm
so that
sure it's
they're
not like
they're
that.
optimizing it for source code so whoever buys it doesn't have a big issue with changing it? Like, there's a lot of different questions about this, and there's people that's going to be conspiracy theorists like crazy about this, and that they're changing because they have things that they shouldn't have, and I don't know. That's where it gets to be a steep cliff. But what I can tell you is this: the app algorithm is phenomenal. Like, there is very few things that I see on there that I don't want to see. Now, as far as the ads they show, there's not really good. They're not good at that part, right? I see things
They're
there.
not good at that part.
They're not. But like the videos that I like to watch and relevant content, they're great at that. But serving up ads that's relevant to me, they kind of suck at that. Because I'll get like games I'll never play in my life, or I'll get like beauty products for women, like for hair and makeup. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that stuff. So I still get that, which is not completely relevant. So what I'm getting at is I'm not sure what they're changing if they have a sale. And we also do not know right now who's going to buy it, who's in the lineup to buy it. We had in the past, we had a couple of people that wanted to buy it, major millionaires in our companies, but we'll see. What I do hope, though, is we do not see Facebook or Google buying it. That needs to never be allowed because they will use that app to their advantage way more than we ever want them to.
Right.
So, and that'd be a monopoly really at that point because they own like a good part of the market share for social networks.
Yeah, the US is kind of cracking down on monopolies. Like, I don't I don't know if I would consider Google a monopoly, but they're kind of cracking down on Google, if you remember. Eh,
Yeah, but they are though. I mean, well, it's just Chrome, right? They're making them sell off
yeah.
Chrome. Which I'm not sure if that ever even happened, to be honest.
But like if Google has Chrome and YouTube, they that that's a monopoly. Like I can't sit here and defend that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
it is. Well, okay, that well, Google Chrome, Google, YouTube Music, and the NFL Sunday Ticket. It shouldn't be part of the monopoly, but it is. Just
you
saying
say
that
NFL Sunday ticket.
they own it, yeah.
I
So
did not know that.
yeah, there's this big thing with NFL every couple of years. There's a contract that has to be renewed, and when that
Right.
happens, it's open to the market. So there's a lot of places trying to get that. Of course, DirecTV usually has it, right? And they not this time, so you have to then subscribe to YouTube Premium, sorry, YouTube
YouTube
TV,
TV.
and then you can get that. And here's the thing: I had a discussion with someone yesterday. There's no way that whoever buys an NFL Sunday ticket for the rights for that 5 year term or 10 year term makes any money. Because the NFL, even though they're not for profit organization, charges an obscene amount of money for the NFL Sunday ticket. I mean, I gotta look up what it is now. Uh, it's something crazy. Two, no wait, it's a $14 billion deal at $2 billion a year. Do you think they're making enough money off of that from subscribers? I doubt it. There's no way you're making that. $2 billion a year. They have to be the largest non for profit organization on planet Earth. No shadow of a doubt. There's no way that they're. I don't know how they're pulling it off. They're doing it so good, and more power to them. But in any case, uh, very off topic. But the whole topic with this is I want to know what you guys is thinking in the comments about this with TikTok. Is this app change concerning to you, or is it them just tying up the source code so whoever buys it doesn't have a disaster trying to figure out how it's used? Or do you think they're just trying to do better? I don't really know what their whole idea is with this because it's really just locked down what they're doing with it. But in any case, do you think there's going to be a sale? Do you think they're going to just get shut down? Like, what's going to happen? I cannot imagine in my own world or anywhere else that it will not stay going. Someone's going to buy because this is a market that is vastly used and there's too much information and data that people cannot keep their hands off of. So it will happen. I'm not sure who though. I know Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank is one who wants to buy it, which is interesting to say the least. But we'll see. Any,
Definitely.
any closing thoughts on this, Quasey?
So it's a little bit off topic, but the other day I had placed my phone down on top of the microwave because I was watching TikTok,
Okay.
and then I ca- I think I was like heating up a burger or something, and I like I put the ketchup on the burger, and then I like turned around and I hit my phone. This is completely off topic, by the way, because the only way it relates is because I was watching TikTok, and I hit my phone, and then it like fell into the burger,
Oh,
and ketchup everywhere on my phone, dude. It was so bad.
I think it's waterproof.
Good thing it's waterproof. Speaking of which, I saw that you added to the show notes a rare look at the durability lab where Apple tortures its products.
Yes.
Now, go ahead.
If you don't mind sharing your screen with this, there's only like one picture of this. Um, this is something I kind of wish Samsung
Can
would
I share
do.
my
I
screen?
mean, I think they do, but not to this extent. There's no way they do any testing to this extent because if they did, their phones would be, you know, more durable and ready to go at launch. But I know MKHD was able
Yeah,
to,
MKBHD is. I saw the
yeah,
entire video when it first came out. I think
I did
that was
too.
actually years ago.
It's fantastic how they do all that. But the Apple goes to, if you're not aware, um, a very rigorous, and it's the tests last like hundreds of hours for each model that they do these tests with. So like when there's drop tests and all this other stuff that you see people do for YouTube when things come out, they do way more than you can ever imagine with things like even a salt exposure test. It's 100 hours alone. It's just fantastic. So it's amazing to me that what they do, and there's 4 stages of environmental, water, impact, and vibration tests. So we're gonna kind of go through a little bit of these, but not too much. I just want people to understand and know that. I think everybody does this now at this point, right? Google and Samsung, and everybody else, but it's just kind of neat to see how they do some of this stuff. So when they do a water test, it's not just like they take a water bottle and they just dump it on it, right? Or they drop it in the ocean. It's
No, that makes
vigorous.
it easy.
I know. They just go a little bit more with it than you would think.
Overboard.
Yeah, well, it needs to be. So what I kind of want to do, Quasey, with this one is we'll just kind of switch off. See, like you do the environmental, and I'll go from there. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
So some of the environmental tests that they do are kind of salt exposure tests, according to this article, as well as heat light intensity exposure and exposure to dust from the Arizona desert to analyze what happens when fine sand particles enter the iPhone speakers or the charging port. And
Wow.
then, as if that wasn't hard enough, some tests also have artificial versions of sweat and earwax, and they just keep tweaking it until they make sure that this phone is, absolutely perfect for whoever's grubby hands it's going to get into.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, couldn't they just go over to Apple Fitness Plus and get some actual sweat and not have artificial sweat?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I'm saying like have them test it, right? That's what I'm saying. But in any
Okay.
case, yeah, like I never thought in my life that I would even know they go to the desert, right, and test particles of sand in the speakers. Who's thinking of something like that? That's actually fantastic. So I guess we like I want to know, and we'll do some research for next episode. Like who's heading this up? You know? Oh, I have to say something really quick because I will forget if I don't say it now.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you know there is a Apple executive that's stepping down?
I did not. Who's stepping down?
It's not who you think.
Oh, thank God.
It's not who you think. Jeff Williams. That's the Apple Watch guy.
that that is the Apple Watch guy. We actually had like an in-depth conversation about him that one time.
So he's stepping down from Apple. I mean, don't know 100% why. There's probably reasons that we're not going to know. But Quasey, do you remember we had this discussion of like who's in charge of the colors?
Yeah.
The lady that we talked about reports to him. So now the team that would report to Jeff Williams, reports to Tim Cook directly now. So we have a chance to get good colors.
But do you think Tim
We
Cook
have a
cares that much
chance.
about the colors?
I had to imagine that Tim will have more enthusiasm than Jeff Williams does. I Jeff does good at what he does. I'm not saying he does not. He did great with the Apple Watch Ultra and all the star stuff. I like what he did, but his enthusiasm was 0.4% out of 10 when he did an event. He was like a summer school teacher at best when he presented anything.
Summer school teacher.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like, did you see enthusiasm at all? It's like, okay, Jeff, get out of bed, get up here. You gotta do this. I don't want to. I don't care. You're doing it anyway. That's it. That's the vibe that I got when I saw him speak at all. Like the
Interesting.
complete opposite of Craig Federighi. That even in an interview where he's getting drilled by the Wall Street Journal, he still has enthusiasm. Jeff Williams just didn't like. Okay, most of the pictures you see of him, he's not even smiling. You know, it's like I don't know. I just think his enthusiasm was not as good as it should have been. So I don't know. This is a good thing for Apple. I'm not sure it's going to take place for him for what he does. My guess is the guy who we thought was going to be the CEO of Apple, that still might be. He might be the one that they put in that place to take over that. So
Mm.
I just want to know if that's going to be something that you think is a good thing or a bad thing.
That he's dropping down or
Yes.
stepping down. Why I say dropping down? That sounds kind of dumb.
Well, just
Yeah.
know this: he was one of the potential successors of Tim Cook if Tim Cook left. Just so you know. So now he's not going to be.
Well, obviously, if he's stepping down,
Yes.
but you know, I can't say anything bad about him. You know, my Apple Watch works great when I wear it. Ah, forget it. That guy, he could have made the Apple Watch more of a part of my daily life. Like I can look and go days without wearing my Apple Watch. The only reason I'm wearing it now is because like this week during football. Oh, let me tell you something. I actually have to go off topic right here really quick.
Okay.
Yesterday we practiced for about 3 hours, and
That's a lot.
I was having full body cramps. Like I would be cramping in my chest, right? And I would move my arm to try and release that, and then my arm would start cramping. Yeah, I was just not having a great day. Sorry, that's a little bit off topic, but I've been counting my calories and stuff, and we're taking it really seriously, and that's the reason I'm wearing the watch right now. But like the watch, when I first got it, it was like an integral part of my day, and then it sort of just phased itself out. So I really feel like maybe the watch needs a revamp. I don't know what it needs, but
I,
I
there's
want to use it more.
there's two things I like to see that they have. Garmin has this feature where on the top of it, or the edges of it, there's a solar panel, so you can last longer if you're outside. Because the Apple Watch Ultra, for instance, is designed to be durable and used for various different things, for fitness and everything else, right? Give that an option so you can charge in the sun. That'd be really cool. One. Secondly, the battery. Even though in the Ultra and the new Apple Watches now it does last longer, you have competitors that I heard someone say the other day their smartwatch they 4 days they can have it before they need to charge it. I mean, you might get two with the Ultra, but that's about it. So I'm not sure how they're doing it or what they're doing with the OS or optimizations, but that's something that they can improve on. But other than that, I don't really know what else they could do to it besides their temperature sensor and what was there? They were going to add something else to it that they stopped because they couldn't because of a lawsuit.
Was it
Um,
the heart rate thing?
no, blood pressure I think is what it was.
Yeah, something about yeah.
I mean, it's there in the Ultra too, but they had to turn it off because they like poached some employees from a company, and the fact that they had not responded well kind of makes you think that they did it on purpose. But in any case, um, yeah. Off topic, the person that's replacing Jeff Williams, I'm gonna butcher his name. It's like Sabi Khan.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he looks equally unimpressed at life too. So I'm hoping that's gonna be.
You
We'll see.
Adam, you can't say that about him right now. You're gonna not get us invited to
I
WWDC.
just,
Are
well,
you kidding?
okay, this guy, whoever you are, prove me wrong. When we see you at an event, hopefully you're gonna be there for events. I want to see like as much enthusiasm, if not more, than Craig Federighi. Let's see if you can do that. Okay, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna say that you are unimpressed at everything, but just prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. So, in any case, um, this is something. Oh, we're so far off topic here. Let's just keep going with this. Okay, environmental. You did that one. So water. So the iPhone has the IP68, which is the highest available for a phone of depth, which is like a 30 feet, I believe, depth for 30 minutes or up to an hour, which is fantastic. So like one of the things though, and on my vacation, I used my phone in the water. Even though it has that, you're almost discouraged from using it. If that makes sense in the water, because instantly you can't, like, your speakers are going to sound like muffled and like cracky
Yeah.
for a while. Also, this part I hate with a passion. I understand why, but I still hate it. It could be an hour after you're out of a pool or out of a wet environment with your phone and you cannot use your charging port. Oh, there's water in your port,
Moisture.
and you could take an air gun that blows 400 miles an hour and blow any type of moisture you can think is in there out, but that still says you have to wait to charge your phone. And you can use MagSafe, which is great. So, but it's like why can't that just like I go a lot and it doesn't just fix it.
That actually happened to me the other day on my MacBook. I was using the
You were swimming?
USB port and yeah, you would think that since I don't take my MacBook in the water, I shouldn't be getting a notification like that. But I was using the USB-C port to charge it, and I had left it for like a couple hours. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll be chilling here. Right when I get back, it's gonna be at least 100% because I think it was at like 60 when I plugged it in. And I got back, and for the first time in my life, I seen the notification on my MacBook that something was in my charging port, and I was like, "Oh, oh, this isn't good. This isn't good at all."
Interesting. Did you like correct that issue?
Of course,
What was it?
that's I don't know. I just switched to MagSafe, and the
Oh,
port still
okay.
works. So
Interesting. Okay. But in any case, so they have that durability so that it can get wet and you're fine for the most part, right? You have to just understand that there's going to be some times you can't use the charging port and your speakers are going to sound really like from Dollar Tree almost. But it does get corrected when it dries out, just so you guys know. But they do an IP chamber test with a basic drip sealing test, so it drips in on the phone for like a long time. And then they also do,
drips is a bit of a miscommunication there. It's definitely getting sprayed.
oh yeah, oh yeah, to
Like,
simulate rain and basic water ingress. Okay, so like yeah, rain and just shower and for instance stuff like that, and that's actually pretty nice. But they also do like water splash test, and they do dunk tests with it too. Where if you drop into like the river or something like that, or the ocean or wherever, a pool, and pressurized tank tests as well. So the pressurized part makes it even more wonderful than anything else because, as you guys know, the further you get down with water, the more pressure there is. So it has to withstand that pressure, which makes it even better. So, like, scuba divers can use their phone within reason, right? You can't go down like 450 feet because it's going to be problematic.
I mean, if you have an OtterBox, you can do anything.
Um,
Think about it.
is the pressure alone too much for the phone at that depth, though? Besides the water resistant?
There
I
there
don't
does
know.
have to be a point where the water pressure around the phone is going to cause it to crush the
Yeah,
phone.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I don't want you to test it, but maybe we could test it with your 15
No, I'm okay.
Pro
No,
Max
it's okay. I don't have a 15 Pro
or
Max.
15 Pro. Sorry, the year I shipped back, but anyway, so
I never had a 15 Pro. I had the regular 15.
oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah, you had the 15 Pro.
okay, okay. Well, So yes, they do all these tests for water, and I think they do very well. I've never had an iPhone break because of being in the water. It was very funny though. During the trip to Holiday World in Indiana, there was like at least 68 people that had iPhones in those little like sandwich bags almost that they think if the phone gets wet, they're not gonna be able to use it. And I almost want to tell them you definitely can, but I didn't want to just ruin their day, so it's okay. All right,
Right.
next thing, Quasi, the drop test.
Okay, so the drop test. Now, I forget whose YouTube channel I used to watch, but people used to do some crazy drop tests with iPhones.
Sam Cole
Like
does.
I'm talking like 4-story building and you're dropping it from the stairwell. Like
Oh
I've
yeah.
definitely seen some crazy iPhone drop tests. And Apple is kind of doing the exact same thing. Um it doesn't say here the height of it, but it is standardized because they have it's in a controlled setting and they have a robotic arm dropping it at the exact same angle. So, and they're doing it on different surfaces, and then they're testing different angles, and then it's just a lot of repetitive testing.
Oh,
Do you want me to take vibration because it's just the last thing
oh
here?
yeah, absolutely. I like to have that app that Apple uses for their drop test, so that they talk about there. That'd be nice to see that.
Oh, there's an app.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that'd be kind of
yeah,
cool. I'm not sure that
yeah.
really entails, but so vibration tests. So for instance, if you're on a motorcycle or if you're in a environment that has lots of movement and your machinery nearby, stuff like that, they take that in consideration too, which is actually crazy because you don't think in your head that a vibration of any sort is going to cause your phone to have issues, but they go to that depth to make sure that if there is an environment that you're in that's very, I don't know, it moves a lot, there's lots of vibrations, that doesn't cause your phone to have problems. So that's also pretty neat too. So I know this is not something people are like excited to see this segment, but it's for me just seeing the behind the scenes of how they do certain things is pretty incredible. I guess a video would be a lot better to show you guys with this, but if we find one, we'll put that in there or a link to it at least. So
Yeah, there's a Marquez Brownlee video
yeah,
that I saw. It came out a year ago, and it went through all the call it all the tests that Apple does, and then it was like an actual like you could see what was happening. So I would definitely recommend checking that video out. Um,
yes, I watched it. It was actually really nice.
yeah,
This next article shocked me a little bit, Quasi, and I want to get your thoughts with this. So Apple is reportedly working on a cheaper MacBook.
I did see that. Like I actually saw that before you said it to me. That's what I'm trying to
I
say.
I uh I like that concept. One thing I'll just mention before we get into this discussion is Apple is known to charge a lot of money for what they offer. But I also think that people enjoy what they offer and it's stable enough where they pay for that price. So, the standard computer costs for a Windows computer or Linux or whatever you get is usually cheaper than a MacBook, unless you have a Surface that charges the exact same price as a MacBook and thinks they're good,
To do
but
half a thing,
they're awful. And what I'll say is this much is when I hear that consistently from people, that's why they don't buy a Mac because it's too expensive. Well, now they're getting to a point where that's getting something you don't say anymore. I mean, when you look at the MacBook Mini at $600, you can get it.
MacBook Mini. That's an interesting
Sorry,
product.
Mac Mini, Mac Mini. Words escape me now. Mac Mini. You can get a Mac with full blown Mac OS current gen for $600. Still a price point that would some consider too much. That's so much cheaper than they used to cost, Quasi, as you know. They're just expensive
Oh,
across the board. But if Apple is making a MacBook a different category of cheaper products, cheaper, that is interesting. And from what the picture we see, do you want to share your screen to show this mock-up at least? This is probably just the MacBook Air, I'm guessing.
yeah, that's definitely just a MacBook Air. this,
So
this isn't even a mock-up. It's literally just a MacBook Air.
I fully expect this cheaper MacBook to be an Air model, which people seem to love. I'm not dissing them at all. It's just more so something to note that This is part of the category they're going to do it in, but it's 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 not going to include an M series chip though, Quasi.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if it's gonna be a MacBook Air. I think it might just be a MacBook.
Might be, might just be MacBook, like a base iPad kind of thing, right? Could be that. So, what do you think the price point is going to be? Because that's not really even talked about. So, like, I guess the MacBook Air now starts at what, $1,100? I think, right?
A MacBook Air,
What's Air cost?
brother. Let's go to the Apple website because I'm pretty sure it's like 700.
MacBook Air 13-inch starts at 999.
Oh my gosh, is it that time of year where where it's already time for savings?
I don't know about
All right, it
saving.
starts at 899, which is not 999
Eight
at
and eight.
all.
Where did you go?
The Apple website.
Literally on this
Well,
MacBook
look, I
Air.
got here, and then it was like Black
Yeah.
Hacker
I
iPad for
click on
college,
Mac,
and then
MacBook
Mac,
Air,
and then just MacBook Air.
and then went to buy. I literally see $999 and 0 cents.
I
Interesting.
don't know what to tell you. They're trying to
Anyway,
scam you.
okay. Well, under 1,000. Okay, we'll put it that way. So that seems a bit expensive. I know there's competitors that would
You know,
charge way
maybe that's
less.
the See, this is the exact same photo we were just looking at, by the way.
Exactly the same.
Maybe that's the no.
I apple.com/shop/buy dash Mac slash MacBook dash Air. That's where I'm at.
I think it's giving me the education savings though,
That's probably what it is. Okay.
because I am a broke college student.
Yeah, that could be it.
Let's see.
Um, where if $100 is gonna make it breaker for you, you shouldn't probably get a Mac, right?
Yeah. Probably find something else.
um, but any case, MacBook entry is still nice. I still think in my head for $1,000 you should not get anything less than a terabyte storage, but that's just me. So I think they should Oh my gosh! Did you know that they only give you a 30-watt USB-C adapter?
For the MacBook Air,
30 watt? That's under an
yeah,
iPad. That's 35 watt.
it'll charge quite slow, but like I think it supports charging up to 60
That 60, that's it? You can't go any higher
for
than
the
that?
MacBook Air. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't okay, now I would never buy an Air then. That's unacceptable. 30 watts. Isn't that
talk
what
about unacceptable.
it's like what a lamp charges at if
You
it
gotta
was
understand.
USB-C.
You gotta understand.
Unacceptable.
30 watts is not what a lamp would project. But hold on, let's I
Oh,
think the thing with the MacBook Air is you're not gonna charge it like you're not charging it during the day. That is an overnight type of thing because it's gonna last you all day.
well, you
It's
have
gonna last
to.
you all tomorrow, and it's gonna last you the day after
An
tomorrow. You know
Air?
what I mean?
An Air.
Yes, the Air.
Okay. I
The
get
Air is known for its battery life, actually. Hold on, I'm like trying to find. Hold on, I think I have to click
it
on
can
one
also be
screen
used
to go to
as a
tech
knife to
specs.
cut carrots if you need it to. It's so thin. It's ridiculously thin.
Where does one find the tech specs?
Well, like, just the main
Let's go.
apple.com/shop/buy dash Mac slash MacBook dash Air.
Yeah, that just wasn't working though. All
Oh,
right,
well,
here we go. Here we go.
16 core neural engine, 13.6-inch screen,
None
12.
of that is important to us right now.
How much, like, what are you trying to find here?
Look at this. 15 hours,
Oh,
18 hours.
okay. Well, yeah, but
Now,
like,
35-watt dual
is
USB-C.
that the
It's
hours it's
not it.
going to take to charge it at 30 watts or
But
what?
it charges up to 70 watts. So,
Okay, well, 70 is more doable. Okay,
and
that's
obviously
better.
the MacBook Pro can charge up to 96 watts, which honestly, it seems kind of low for what the MacBook Pro does. But
Yeah.
I'm not one who complains.
Well, I think the battery they have, though, just charges fast, even at that low rate. I mean, they do something crazy with that. A MacBook
Yeah,
Pro charges so
that charge
fast.
kind of fast.
So it's nice. But
Wait, why does the M4 Max have worse battery? Never mind. I just asked a dumb question. I know exactly why the M4 Max.
performance.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked that.
Um, what what is expected from Chi is 699 to 799 for a MacBook laptop. We're getting somewhere now. We're getting to the price point of like a standard good laptop. As you know, you can go like to a Walmart or some gas station in the middle of nowhere and get a laptop for like 300-400 bucks. You're like, oh, this is great. And then in like 14 like not years, 14 months later, it's dead. You need to get a new one. Like they're not good. This is a constant battle I tell people all the time. Save the money and get something that's a little better because you want something that's going to last you like 5-10 years at least. And um, but this price point for $700 for a MacBook, I'm excited to see that. What features do you think they're going to actually cut? My guess is they're going to cut RAM, storage, and probably the
Obviously.
processor. Probably do like a series behind in the M series chips. But
Which, to be fair, wouldn't be bad at all.
no,
Still great chips.
just not the M2. M2, from what I understand from the M2, for people that had it had worse performance overall, and there was some issues with just using that chip in general. Um, so I'm not sure what that really means. I never had the M series chips myself, besides the M1 and my iPad, which is very good. But overall, they're gonna probably cut to 8 gigs of RAM, which I don't know how that's even allowed in this world. That's just in 1822, before computers existed. That's when it was good, you know, but not now.
1822.
There's no 8 gigs of RAM cannot run too much. Now, I guess I'm basing off of Windows, right? That's what I'm basing this from.
Yeah.
You've had
I
a
feel like
Mac
if
for a
I
while,
had 8 gigs of RAM, I'd still be fine.
so like on a
'Cause
Mac, 8 gigs is enough on a Mac.
not for me personally, but like,
Until you open Chrome, right, and then it's going to use up 6 gigs of that, basically.
I don't know. I have Chrome opened right now, and I have 18 gigs of memory, and I'm only using 12. So,
Okay.
and I have quite a few tabs open.
Oh, I've seen it before. Yeah, keying.
Dude, I actually,
It's like counting up to 1,000 for how many tabs you have opened up, man.
I,
It's
I will,
nuts.
depending on the day, I'll just because usually, let's say I'm not doing a lot. That's when I'll have like max 2 tabs open on Safari, right? But then there are some days where I'm just swamped, and I'll have like thousands and thousands of tabs open. And what really upsets me, I say it all the time, but I'm not only not using all of my RAM. Wow, I just like said that really weird. I'm not only not using all of my RAM, but I'm not even using half my CPU at that point.
Oh,
Like,
I I will still. And not even had one besides my iPad. I think Apple is destroying the market for CPU chipsets. Like, I don't see Intel and AMD even getting close to that performance level. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's insane. And to come out with one every year, as if the year prior it wasn't good enough, you know?
literally,
I don't know why they have that mentality. And really, a MacBook is not a product that needs to come out every single year, in my head.
definitely not.
Doesn't need to. They're doing it anyway, but it's kind of unnecessary. But in any case, they're doing it still. And the guy who's in charge of that, I don't know what. Did you see? There's a video. We gotta show us in the video portion of this podcast. There is a video where if you've looked at a zoomed in image of, well, not an image, a video of the chipset of Apple, the M series chips, look at that sometime and tell you you're not going to be amazed because they literally zoom in with the microscope and you're thinking, okay, it can't get any smaller than that. That's like times 400, I think. And you can still see like smaller microprocessors and chips and stuff like that in the M series chips. How they do that, I don't know if this guy's an alien or what, but it's ridiculous how they do that. And nothing else that exists on Earth does that. The way they
Yeah, it's
do the
crazy.
M series chips and design and what they do for the architecture is something unreal. And I don't know how they do it. Like, you need to have like trifocals plus the Hubble telescope to even see it. It's crazy. So look at that sometime if you want to be amazed. Anybody, 'cause
What are trifocals?
like glasses that we turn
Trifocals. Let me see
sideways.
what that
They're
is.
like this
Okay.
that thick. Well, maybe not that thick,
Okay.
but you know what I'm saying. They're like very thick. So,
Yeah, I was unaware. I've never seen that before.
well, if you had them on, you could see if someone else had them the next county away. So that's how far, how much they zoom in. Do you think at that point of $700 for a MacBook, base MacBook with some strip specs, is that worth it to you still? If you were going to get a Mac, or you don't have one now.
If I didn't have
Now, don't think
my
of
MacBook Pro
Quasi,
right
that
now,
the tech guy. Think of Quasi, general
oh,
consumer.
for like, uh, okay, if uh, yeah, because you gotta understand, most people who have a Mac are getting a Mac because they have an iPhone. They like their iPhone, and Windows isn't gonna work as well with their iPhone. That's what they're looking at here. So it's more of a software thing instead of a like for me. When I was choosing between a Mac, I can't remember what the other option was at this point. It was so long ago. But I was choosing between a Mac and a Windows laptop. I think it was an XPS.
Okay.
The deciding factor for me wasn't the chipset because I didn't know. Like, I didn't understand just how crazy the chip was. Like, I was hearing it and I was like, okay, smoke under the bridge. I don't think that's how the saying goes, but
Water under the bridge, I think.
yeah, something like that.
Smoke in the Water is a song from a band.
Okay, but um, I was hearing a lot about it. They were hyping it up, and I was like, okay, it can't be that great, right? And then the deciding factor for me was I have an iPhone. I want something that's going to work with my iPhone and be seamless. And I already have everything else in the Apple ecosystem. Let's just go ahead and get a MacBook and see how that works out for me.
You'll
And
never
the
go
only
back.
thing I don't like about it is the fact that I don't have all the Windows games. But aside from that, I see no need to ever switch back to Windows. Like it's not gonna happen anytime soon, unless like I drop this down a flight of stairs and I don't have the money to repair it.
Yeah. So for me, the one thing that steps me back a little bit with getting an Apple computer is the fact that I can't swap out parts as I see fit.
Right.
They solder stuff in, they don't let you do anything for changes, and that could be because of certain reasons. But like, I'm not saying I want to change out the processor, which shouldn't be hard to do anyway. But like, if it starts with 8 gigs of RAM, let me change it to 32 gigs. Like, is that gonna really cripple this machine if I swap that out? It shouldn't. If I want more storage, even if you keep the base storage that it has and let me add to it, I would accept that. But let me swap out the SSD and put a larger one if I want to. So that's one thing they should do, I think, to make it even a better experience because that's what I really want to do. If I need at some point more than 8 gigs of RAM or a 512 gig hard drive, I can put something else in there. But they don't let you do that. So like I tell people when they ask about what Mac should I get, I say you want to get one with at least 16 gigs of RAM, and I would say at no lower than a terabyte. Now you may never use that, but you want more storage than you're ever going to use because you can't get more unless you plug in external media or use cloud storage. So, and you want to have more space, so that's never an issue for you, especially if you're in school. So I think for sure this price point's really good. I don't know what the specs are going to be yet or when it's coming out, but I really want to know what that's going to be. Um, and it looks like Quasi, it's next year this is coming out. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look for everything. That might be a great entry point to the Apple ecosystem for people that don't have the option right now. So
No, definitely.
wow, we're going over this episode.
No, no, no. We have to go over here. But all right. So here's what I want to do.
What?
Let's do app of the week right now so we can get that out of the way.
Well, hope we have two more topics though.
I, do we have two more topics?
Well, one I know
I
you're
thought we just had one.
one
I'm
you're excited
sorry.
for. One
I'm
you're
so
excited for, and we're gonna
I'm
get
too
to that.
excited. This is on me. This is on me.
One I'm really excited
Let's look
for.
at Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2. So, Quasi, you haven't played this, have you? Right?
I haven't played any Helldivers.
Okay.
No.
Well, I didn't play the first game at all, but the second game it is a phenomenal game. If you do not have it on Steam or PlayStation, get it. It's a $40 game that does so much. It's incredible. Um, Basic. concept is you are a soldier and you spawn into a planet to do a mission and you extract. That's the basic concept of it, but it's way more than that. It's co-op and everything else, right? And for years since it's been out, there's been a constant amount of the community that's been asking for this to come to Xbox. Now, this is published by Sony, so it's going to be kind of complicated to do that, right? And they just didn't want to do it for the longest time. But they have finally agreed with Arrowhead, which is who makes it, that they're going to release it on Xbox August 26th of 2025. Now,
Which sounds awesome.
oh my gosh, I was so excited to see this because then this could end the console wars again because now we have more collaboration between one game and multiple platforms, and Sony is releasing a game, Quasi, for Xbox. It's a good step in the right direction, I think. So
Huge step.
there's one downside I heard of this. I saw the article just yesterday that there are members of the Helldivers community right now that I'm going to guess are Sony fans that have said they're going to, when they find an Xbox player, they're going to just kill them, which the game's not PvP, but you can hurt people because it's war. And they're going to just intentionally kill people that are Xbox players. I
Mm.
hope that those people that do that get permanently banned from playing the game forever. That's utterly stupid. Stop that nonsense. If you don't want to play with them, just leave the match and do something else. Don't kill them and make the game not fun. These people have been wanting to play this game with you for the longest time. Don't ruin it for the people that want to play it. I hate that concept. I want to take a sponge that's soaked in like um let me think here. I don't want to say the wrong thing here. Soaked in like apple cider vinegar and throw it at a cut that you have. It's gonna hurt.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I want to do. That's a light way of saying it. That makes me so upset to even hear someone wants to do that. Okay, because I know when I play that happens to me. Not too often, but it does happen. I kick that person instantly. I hate that. We're here as a unit to take care of the enemy, which is not human. Do that. Any case, it's coming to Xbox August 26th. I'm super excited, Quasi. You have to get this for Xbox and we will play. And I'm telling you, once you get it, you will fall in love with it. I promise you.
All right.
I promise you. We commit to that. It's $40. That's all you have to pay.
I'll let you know. I can't.
Please, because we will
I can't say
actually.
yes right now because I'm playing Forza Horizon.
Hey, this comes out in August. You got time. You got time.
Okay, but college football came out like yesterday. College football
This is
26.
August 26th. This is like, forever from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got time.
I'll have money by then.
Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that it's some gaming news. Look at the Discord servers to get more information, but it looks fantastic. Anyway, this is the we'll go to app of the week, okay? And
Okay.
then Quasi is going to go just yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but we're gonna have a great little ending for you guys today.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind if I start with app of the
Go
week?
right ahead.
All right. So this week my app of the week is an iPad app,
Okay.
and I think it's a really cool app because it allows you to message people using not just the iMessage app, but like also connecting your phone number and being able to. I'm butchering this. It's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is now an iPad app. It's been a Mac app. It's been a an iPhone app, obviously, and it's finally made its way over to iPad. I put it on my iPad earlier this week, and it is beautiful on my iPad. Let me tell you. Um, Being able to take calls from that now instead of like having to constantly be on my phone, phenomenal, right? Absolutely wonderful. Go ahead.
I have to go off topic here, Quasi. I'm not sure this is a typo on Apple's part or if there's some type of like leak here, kind of. If you look at the notes, go to my link for App of the Week really quick. And don't say what it is yet. I'll say that. But I'm going to bring up something where I talk about this that sounds interesting to me, at least. Okay. Okay. My app of the week is Sequel. Actually, it was mentioned on i5 Mac as well. It is if you watch some movies and shows, what this app does is there's a free version of it, right? And there's a paid version of it too. I don't pay for it at all, but it lets you discover movies and TV shows and track what you do watch. So if you watch a movie, if you watch a show, you want to see where you're at. Now, of course, with platforms, you can see where you're at with things, right? But for instance, you can get like notifications when the new episode comes out, when it's coming out, and stuff like that. And you can kind of have a social network community with it too. And it's a really nice way to for me to discover things because I know that I'm gonna watch a certain movie when it comes out, right? But I don't know when it comes out in digital, right? For instance, right? So I might want to know when that comes out.
Right?
I get a notification when it comes out, now I know. So that's something that's pretty nice for me. So I love that. But can you share that App Store preview page, please, if you don't
Okay.
mind?
What if
Because
I was like, I entirely mine and it's like gonna run my entire day? What if that was the case?
okay, look where it says the word screenshots. Actually, you don't even see that.
Is it
Interesting.
like in here?
No, go back. You know what? Like it shows what it's compatible with.
Yeah.
Where do you see
iPhone,
that?
iPad,
Okay, what's the last thing to
Vision
say?
Pro.
Oh, what's it say though? It says
What?
Apple Vision. It does not say Vision Pro.
Oh,
Why does it not say Vision Pro?
I don't know. I think it might just. I don't know.
They don't say like incorrect things often, Quasi. Does this mean that we're going to get Apple Vision soon and not Vision Pro? What's going on here?
I don't know. Perhaps.
This is
Hopefully, it's
let's keep
coming.
breaking news, guys. You know, Apple's been known to make some either intentional or non-intentional things like this before. And this is interesting that they don't say Vision Pro because there is not, and I repeat, not a Vision currently. So that's
What if we're
interesting.
just uninformed? What if we're the only two people in the world not knowing about the Apple Vision?
There's just absolutely no chance that would be the case. It literally is a Vision Pro. That's all there is. I don't know. That's interesting that they say that. But in any case, that's the app of the week's part of it. Now on to Quasi's absolute favorite thing to talk about this week, hands down.
Okay. So I'm sorry. We are definitely over time
It's
here.
okay.
But, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I think I got on here last week and I said I was in the theater watching, I think it was Captain America, and the advertisement came on. F1, right? Crazy ad. I was like, good Lord, who's producing that? That looks absolutely amazing. Now, it's not just that this is an Apple podcast because this is a tech podcast that I have to come over here and make this a little movie segment. But, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to drop whatever you're doing tonight. If you have dinner plans, change them, reschedule, or actually change your dinner plans to a movie theater date and go and see F1. Adam, I know you haven't seen it yet,
I have not.
but like it's exceptional. It's remarkable. It's 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 phenomenal. Like I know I said phenomenal earlier today, but like it's extraordinary, Adam. Like I don't think you understand.
I was
It is
told by a lot of people that there's not even a word in English that describes how good this movie is.
definitely not. Right? Definitely not. First second I get into the movie theater, right? I'm sitting there, I'm getting through all the ads, right? I hate ads.
I do.
I would watch a million ads to be able to watch that movie for the first time again. You don't understand. Like, dude, the experience I had watching that movie is the reason I'm playing Forza Horizon right now. Like, I want to be an F1 driver all of a sudden, right? Now, I don't want to ruin it, but I think what Apple did was absolutely amazing. They had Lewis Hamilton be one of the producers.
Hmm.
And if you don't know who Lewis Hamilton is, he's an F1 racer, right?
Okay.
One of the best F1 racers. From my understanding, I didn't watch F1 before this weekend, so I'm kind of learning a lot about it as we go. But genuinely, genuinely the movie of the year. Now, granted, Superman does come out this week. I'm gonna go see Superman. We'll see if Superman is better than F1.
Doubtful. But yeah.
But I've seen so many movies in theaters this year, and the only thing I didn't like about F1
That ended.
was that it started off in the UK. I didn't like that at all, you know.
Wow, that's not an Apple movie
I'm a
usually at all.
pure-blooded American. I hate
Whoa. No, it's good though. But
But
here's the thing that I was saying this in the way here. I am just thrilled that Apple has taken the leap to make original content and movies, and to see it in theaters, to see them also come out in disc format too, not just Apple TV Plus. I love that concept, number one, and I did not ever dream that Apple could just pull this off. They put so much money into this. I mean, they put almost $300 million of a budget for this movie. You did not know that, and I'm super excited to see this. And they have in the first 10 days made $250 million off it. $250 million is crazy for a 10-day count for a movie. That's fantastic. And if you did not know this, Quasi, you probably imagine that it is Brad Pitt's highest grossing movie he's ever been in. 2 days.
really,
Yes. Highest grossing.
dude, I don't doubt it. But I'm not gonna lie, Brad Pitt was absolutely outstanding in this movie. Okay, um, just such an impactful performance. And then I don't I gotta think of the other guy's name. Damson Idris, dude,
Oh.
he was kind of tough. Like he was kind. I think I've seen another movie with him in it, but forgettable compared to this. Forgettable.
Who?
This guy was awesome. The secondary main character. I don't know if
Oh,
that's how
yeah.
you say it,
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
but
I am definitely gonna watch it. There's no doubt about that. I just don't
I
know when
think you
I'm.
should. I think you should let your wife know that you're going to that. Like, take her out on a date. And just take her to the movie theater. Like,
I'll
but
try.
make sure she doesn't know that you're going to see F1 because like it's gonna be that much more impactful. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's a good thing we'll be sitting down, right? Because it's that good of a movie. You don't want to.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
like,
stand up and watch this. I mean, you're gonna.
dude,
Your legs are cripple, right?
I don't like. I drink. I get the large soda every time I go to the movie theater, which means you have to get up for a bathroom break. This was a no bathroom break movie. Like,
Oh, so like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I was told from people that love movies that is just a phenomenal movie, and I cannot wait to watch it. Um, I
definitely.
will give my feedback after I watched it, of course, in the podcast. The stats for it is phenomenal. Um, man, yeah, $300 is what they slated for, and actually, it's probably there already at this point. I mean, it's been a couple days already, and I know it's just constantly popular everywhere it goes. Imagine watching this in IMAX. Where'd you go to watch it? I should ask you that.
Um, the you know the abandoned mall,
You didn't just say that out loud, did you?
like Cinemark.
You didn't just say that, did you?
Is it not abandoned?
Quasi. For no
Dude,
reason, never go to that theater ever
I
again.
didn't want to go there. My friend wanted to go there.
He's not a true friend. He doesn't like you as much as you thought he did. Don't
You
ever
know
do
what?
that.
It wasn't a bad experience
It
because
is
I
an
saw
awful
one of
experience.
my teammates there who's like a big
Oh
runner to me,
man.
and you know what? He hooked me up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. If you find your friendship with anybody worth it, do not let anybody go there. It's just the worst theater I've ever been to in my life. You know why?
No,
You
literally,
like if
it
you,
doesn't even have heated seats.
well, it's not just that. The sound is only good if you're in the direct center of the movie theater. That's it. That's it.
Halt. Where do you think I sat?
Well, not everybody can do that, right? No one can sing that the whole time, watch it like that, right? Not the whole theater can do that. You need to go to Meadow View.
That's on them. I
You
don't
need
know
to
what
go
to
over
tell you.
there. That's the one you need to go to. Far
Meadowview.
better. I mean, it is just you don't understand the difference. You probably will watch the movie there and enjoy it even better because you'll be able to hear it a lot better. Trust me, it's the directional sound is perfect in that theater and any seat that you sit in.
Yeah, that's where I usually go.
Okay, so you do know what you missed out on then, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's not just that you're oblivious.
dude. Like
Okay,
I was sitting in the seat was uncomfortable. And here's the only bad thing about my movie viewing experience. The seat, obviously, in every movie theater is a reclining seat
yeah.
now, right? Like I would be reclining in the seat, and then the seat would just Like if I was back like this,
Yep.
it would just start going like this. I hated it. I hated it.
Well,
How
in that
shaky
theater,
everything
you
was.
can't even like you're going to put the footstool up and lean back at the same time. If you don't want to just do both, you can't do nothing else but that. And there's always the problem with who gets the middle armrest. You know?
Did you know the middle armrest goes up?
Oh, I do. Well, that's for if you're with someone significant or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why he lifted up the armrest, but I'm a little bit uncomfortable. But
Well,
hey,
but at that theater too, where that's positioned, you can't get comfortable with that there. So there is a reason
oh,
for that.
absolutely not.
Yeah, that one sucks. So that's what I'm saying. The movie theater sucks. Last time I went to it, I bought tickets, and this is the last ticket they had for that theater. And inside, right next to me, was a bucket with dripping water the whole movie.
Oh, that's great.
I'm like, you
That's
couldn't
great.
put me any like maybe don't put a seat next to it even open as an option. Where I hear drip the whole time, Quasey. And I'm like, it's about to overfill. What do I do? So I actually had to get up from a movie and go ask him to swap out the bucket, which is a full 5 gallon bucket, by the way. That had to be pure hell for them. I could not do it, and I will never go there in my life ever again. It's just treacherous. Any case, um, F1 is a movie that Quasey highly recommends. Is what it sounds like,
Yes, definitely.
um,
10 out of 10 movie. I would definitely see it again.
and he never
Um,
gives that rating. I'm This is the first
no,
time
I actually don't give 10 out of
I
10
have
to anything.
ever heard Quasey, since I've known him, ever give a rating of a perfect score. That is something else. Now, here's the question: what does Rotten Tomatoes do? Because you know what they do. Rotten Tomatoes is known to do one thing about movie ratings, and that is this. They will say, in this scene, the shoelace was over here at this angle, at this spot, and according to the sun's rotational, pull for the Earth, it should be here, and that it was gray here, and this shadow was here. Like they nitpick more than anybody else on Earth, and I want to see what they give it as a rating. And 83%. If they get something 100%,
83%.
they. But the
People don't know what they're reviewing.
popcorn meter, which is the people, not the critics, give it 97%.
Yeah,
So
because it's that good.
that good.
Now that 3%, they don't give. They have a hard family life and they're taking it out in the
Or they
movies.
haven't seen it yet, and they
That's it.
reviewed it anyway.
Oh yeah, clearly. Um, Now I will say, Fantastic Four and Superman also come out this year, so it's a big summer for movies. Um,
Yeah,
but dude, such a great movie. Such a great movie.
yeah, I'm gonna be watching for sure. All right, I know we've gone over not too much. You know what?
Yeah,
We gotta stop apologizing for going over. If people just want to listen to it a little bit longer, they can. If they want to spread it
that's okay,
out,
guys. I'll apologize.
no, no, I'm not apologizing anymore for podcast can go 1 to 3 hours, and we're not even close to the two.
3 hours.
Oh yeah,
You're not gonna get me for three
I'm not
hours.
saying we're gonna do that, Quasi. I'm
That's
just
fine.
saying we're
No,
not
no,
even
no.
close to that 3 hour mark. Is all I'm saying. So we're not going crazy here. So any case, though, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I know we went a little crazy. We're back in the rhythm now with things, and please give us some comments of what you guys saw the episode or the topics we talked about. Maybe you watched F1. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. And this is YouTube,
Ooh,
Discord, or
I'm sorry.
various other
I'm
things.
sorry, Adam. Just really quick. I Last night I was on a call with my former best friend.
Former, huh?
Yes,
Former.
we were best friends until yesterday. And I was on the call and I was like, Robert, I need you to stop what you're doing. I need you to go see F1 right now. He was like, I already saw it. I didn't think it was that good. I had to cut him off right there.
Wow.
It's not gonna work.
Wow.
It's not gonna work between us.
Wow. Former best friend. That is no longer what you heard there on the podcast first, guys. Wow.
Yeah,
I can't imagine I won't
former.
like it. That's why I know. It looks phenomenal for sure. But as always, though, please like and subscribe. We want to get some more reviews. I know we're dipping down in the stats this week. Um, I'm not sure why exactly. We're going to change that very quickly, though, and do some better stuff. So, yeah, let us know what you guys think below for sure. And thank you all for your support each and every week. Staying with us for an hour, hour and a half, whatever we do. And I really appreciate it, all you guys do. And please share with your friends and so on because this is fun for us. I love doing this. I cannot imagine a day that I stop doing this ever. So, um, what are your thoughts, Quasey? Any last comments for the episode?
Well, I don't think I'm going to do it forever, but
I'm not
I
stopping.
don't plan
I
on
love
quitting
it.
anytime soon.
I love it. It's when we see success, Quasey, when we have what we had planned for, it's gonna be hard to stop, right? You
Definitely.
know, like, do you think Brad Pitt stopped in F1? Oh no, he was in it, right?
He didn't stop, even when he broke his back. Sorry, I just spoiled it. Sorry. He didn't stop though. He was awesome.
Alrighty. Well, thanks again for watching this episode, guys. We have some more things planned coming very soon. We can't give anything away right now, but just look out in the Discord for announcements or the episode for when we say it out loud. Okay. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a fantastic week. See
Yep.
you later.
And I guess we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. See you. Bye.
Adios.
I'm trying to stop it. There we go.